All right, well, thanks for coming. Let's get started today. Standing at the top of your mat. So just come to a nice, find a nice spot. You can stand with your feet together or slightly apart, whatever you choose. You can draw your hands either down to your sides or press your palms together at heart center. You can choose to close your eyes or just soften your gaze to the tip of your nose. Create a really strong foundation with the ground. Pull the ball mounds of your feet toward your heels and pull your kneecaps up. Feel this lock in your legs. Now begin to bring your attention to your breath. Start with a nice breath together. Exhale out any air in your lungs. Take a deep, full breath in through your nose. Fill up your belly all the way up to the top of your chest. Open mouth, exhale, sigh out your air. Now take another deep breath in, fill all the way up. This time, close your lips at the top and exhale back out your nose. Continue breathing here like this, in and out through your nose. With every inhale, find length throughout your spine. Stand a little taller. With every exhale, create an oceanic sound in the back of your throat. Feel the constriction there. Take one more deep breath in. Slow breath out your nose. If your eyes are closed, you can flutter them open. Drop your arms down to your sides. Inhale, mountain, reach your arms up overhead. Now drop your left arm or your left hand behind your head and grab for your left shoulder with your right hand. Taking a little tricep stretch here. You can take your left thumb and kind of press your thumb into your trap muscle, like between your neck and your shoulder. So release any tension from that muscle. Inhale, reach back up. Drop your right hand behind your head. Grab for your right shoulder with your left arm. And use your right thumb to press into your trap muscle on your right side, just relieving any tension from that muscle, giving yourself a little massage right there. Now reach your arms back up. Interlace your hands. So interlace your hands and then press your palms up toward the ceiling. Take a breath in. Exhale, side body stretch to the right with your hands interlaced. Bump your hips to the left. Feel the stretch along your left side body. Inhale, rise back up to center. Exhale, side body stretch toward the left. Really root down through the outer edge of your right foot. Inhale, come back to center. Uninterlace your hands. And exhale, forward fold. Dive down through heart center. Release your arms down to your mat. Now toe heel your feet out to either hip width distance or wider. And take ragdoll pose here. For a few breaths, let your head hang heavy. Drape your torso over your thighs. Bring a generous bend to your knees. Just feel the release in your low back. Any ounce of tension, just roll down the crown of your head. Drop your arms down to the earth. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your palms to your shins or your thighs. Flatten out your spine. Shift your weight forward to the ball mounds of your feet and maintain a nice neutral spine here. Take one more breath in. Exhale, forward fold, release back down. 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift, press your palms to your shins or thighs. Exhale, forward fold, bend down. Last one, inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back, squeeze your core in. Exhale, high plank, plant your palms, step your feet back, stack your shoulders over your wrists and your heels over your toes. Take a breath in. Exhale, tabletop, drop your knees down to the ground. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly down, lift your gaze to the wall in front of you. Exhale, cat pose, curl your spine up, gaze between your thighs. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, expand through your collarbones. Exhale, cat pose, press the ground away, find space along the back of your spine. Now inhale, return to a neutral tabletop, tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. The first down dog, you can bend into one knee, bend into the next. Take a few moments to settle into this shape. Spread your fingers out wide, press your big knuckles down and forward, and then press your chest toward your thighs to find as much length in your spine as possible. Spiral your triceps to the wall behind you to release your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, forward fold, bend down. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands together at your heart center. Drop your arms down. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, press your palms to your shins or thighs. Exhale, high plank, plant your palms, step your feet back. Inhale, shift forward 2 inches. Exhale, low plank, lower down halfway, keep your elbows pinned in toward your side bodies. Inhale, upward facing dog, flip to the tops of your toes, pull your thighs up off the ground and expand through your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your spine. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands together at your heart. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. You can always take these on your knees or just skip them and press back to downward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands together at your heart. Drop your arms down, inhale, mountain arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Flow through whichever variation you choose. Inhale, upward facing dog, pull your thighs up. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips back. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Deep breath back out through your nose. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Flex your right toes down to the ground. Squeeze your right glute to lift your heel a little higher. Take a breath in. Exhale, knee to nose. Pull your knee in toward your chest and then curl your spine up. So squeeze your core in really tight here. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Kick your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your foot between your palms. Now drop your back knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Reach your arms up overhead and breathe here. Option to keep your arms up overhead. Option to interlace your hands around your front thigh. Gently rock forward and back. Really gently opening up through your left hip flexor. Inhale, reach your arms back up overhead. Exhale, gentle back bend. Goal post your arms and lift your chest toward the ceiling. Feel this deep opening in your left hip flexor. Inhale, crescent moon. Return your arms up to center. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms on the outer sides of your feet and pull your left knee up off of the ground. Inhale, warrior one. Spiral your back heel down at a 45-degree angle and reach your arms overhead. Breathe here. Bend into your right knee, so your right knee is over your ankle, and then press as much weight as you can to the knife edge of your left foot. Square your hips forward to the wall in front of you as much as is possible. Take one more breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Readjust your stance as needed. Find front heel to back arch alignment in your feet. So if I were to draw a line from your front heel all the way down your mat, it would intersect with your back arch of your foot. Stack your shoulders directly over your hips and gaze over your top hands. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach your right arm up and back. Maintain the deep bend in your front knee. Feel the stretch along your side body. Take a breath in. Exhale, high to low plank. Cartwheel your arms down to frame your foot. Step your right leg back and flow through a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Flip to the tops of your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips back. Inhale, keep your left leg high. Flex your left toes to the ground. Even the weight between your palms. Inhale, kick your leg just 1 inch higher. Exhale, knee to nose. Curl your knee in up toward your chest. Press the ground away and pat your back, so press your shoulder blades up and squeeze your core in. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left leg between your palms. Drop your right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Reach your arms up overhead and breathe here. If you did so on the other side, option to interlace your hands around your front thigh and gently rock forward and back. Inhale, reach your arms back up overhead. Exhale, gentle back bend with a goal post in your arms. Lift your heart up toward the ceiling and extend through your right hip. Inhale, crescent moon, reach your arms back up to center. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms around your left foot, lift your right knee up off of the ground. Inhale, warrior one, spiral your right heel down and reach your arms up overhead. So your right toes are pointing to the top right corner of your mat at a 45-degree angle. You can widen your stance as you need or narrow your stance, maybe take a shorter stance, just find where it's comfortable for you. Pull your right hip up in line with your left hip as much as you can, and then bend a little deeper into your left knee. Take one more breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Spiral your hips open to the right side and gaze over your left hand. Press as much weight as you can to the knife edges of both feet. So traction your front knee to the outer edge of your front foot. Energetically reach your arms in opposite directions. Keep really strong fingers here. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach your left arm up and back. Maintain the deep bend in your front knee. Little to no weight in your back hand. Take one more breath in. Exhale, high to low plank. Cartwheel your arms down. Step your left leg back. Flow through a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shine your heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips back. This is our Sun B, Surya Namaskar B. We'll flow through this, linking breath to movement. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Pull your right knee up into your nose, pat your back. Inhale, three-legged dog, kick your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step your right leg between your palms. Drop your back knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, reach your arms up. Exhale, gentle back bend, goal post your arms. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms, lift your left knee off the ground. Inhale, warrior one, spiral your back foot down, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, warrior two, readjust your stance, gaze over your top hand. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach your right arm up and back. High five the back wall. Exhale, high to low plank. Cartwheel your arms down. Step your right foot back. Lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Straighten through your arms. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips back. Inhale, keep your left leg high. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Pull your knee in, press the ground away. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick your left leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left leg between your palms. Drop your right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Reach your arms up. Exhale, easy back bend. Cactus your arms. Lift your heart. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms. Lift your right knee off the ground. Inhale, warrior one. Back heel down. Reach your arms up. Exhale, warrior two. Spiral open. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach your left arm up and back. Exhale, high to low plank. Cartwheel your arms down. Step your left leg back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shine your heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips back. Inhale, kick your right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Curl your knee in. Inhale, three-legged dog. Press your right leg up behind you. Exhale, low lunge. Step your foot between your palms. Drop your back knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Reach your arms up. Exhale, goal post your arms. Back bend. Inhale, crescent moon. Rise up to center. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms around your foot. Lift your back knee up. Inhale, warrior one. Press your back foot down. Reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Readjust your stance. Gaze over your top hand. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach your right palm up and back. Exhale, high to low plank. Cartwheel your arms down. Step your right leg back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Flip your toes, lift your hips back. Inhale, keep your left leg high. Exhale, left knee to nose. Pull your knee in. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick your left leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Step your foot between your palms. Drop your right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, easy back bend. Goal post your arms. Lift your heart to the ceiling. Inhale, crescent moon. Arms up. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms. Lift your right knee up. Inhale, warrior one. Back heel down. Arms up overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Readjust your back foot. Inhale, reverse warrior. Maintain the bend in your left knee. Exhale, high to low plank. Cartwheel your arms down. Step your left leg back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Flip to the tops of your toes. Pull your thighs up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out your nose. We'll flow through another similar sun B, but making little changes. So listen carefully for little changes here. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, curl your knee in. Inhale, keep your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step your foot between your palms. Drop your back knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, reach your arms up. Exhale, back bend, goal post your arms, lift your heart. Inhale, crescent moon, reach up. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms, lift your left knee off the ground. Now listen for a change. Inhale, warrior two, spiral all the way open so your back foot is parallel with the back edge of your mat. Inhale, hinge your torso forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach your right arm down, left arm up. Option to place your right forearm on your front thigh. Now with your top hand, you can either reach up toward the ceiling or forward toward the wall in front of you. Just keep your torso up off of your front thigh. Now option for a half bind here in your arms. For the half bind, reach your left arm behind your back so the back of your hand reaches toward your right hip crease. Just a little shoulder opening here, if you choose to go for the half bind. If you have the half bind, reach your left arm back up toward the ceiling. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach your right arm up and back. Exhale, high to low plank, cartwheel your arms down, step your right leg back. Inhale, upward facing dog, straighten through your arms. Exhale, downward facing dog, engage your core to lift your hips. Inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, pull your left knee in toward your nose. Inhale, kick your left leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step your left foot between your palms, drop your back knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, reach your arms up. Exhale, goal post your arms, lift your heart, back bend. Inhale, crescent moon, reach up. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms, lift your right leg up off of the ground. Now inhale, warrior two, spiral all the way open to the right side. Stack your shoulders over your hips, gaze over your top hand. Inhale, shift your torso forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach your left arm down, right arm up. Option to place your left forearm on your left thigh. And then with your top hand, you can either reach up or reach forward. Option here to go for the half bind. If you did so on the other side for the half bind, take your right arm, reach your right arm around your back so your back of your hand reaches toward your left hip crease. Yeah. You have the half bind, release it, reach your right arm back up. Inhale, reverse warrior, high five the back wall with your left palm. Exhale, high to low plank, cartwheel your arms down, step your left leg back. Inhale, upward facing dog, shine your heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Drop down to your knees, press your big toes together, then widen your knees out as wide as you like. Sit your hips back to your heels, walk your arms forward and place your forehead down on the ground. Take child's pose here. Just rest here for a few breaths. Re-regulate your breath. Taking deep, full breaths in through your nose. Then match the length of your inhales and exhales. On your next inhale, rise up to a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips back. Inhale, shift forward to a high plank. Stack your heels over your toes and press the ground away. Press your shoulder blades up toward the ceiling. Now from here, we'll just do a little bit of core work. This is totally optional. You can always drop down to a forearm plank or take tabletop, do cat-cows, whatever you want. For the core work, we'll do knee to nose, just like we were doing before. So pull your right knee up in toward your nose, press the ground away, catch your back. Step your right leg back. Now left knee, pull your left knee up in toward your nose, squeeze your core in tight, left leg back. Take these at your own pace, pull your right knee in, right knee back, left knee in, left knee back. We'll do one more together. Right knee in, right knee back. Last one. Left knee in, left leg back. Drop down to your knees. Roll over onto your butt. We'll do 3 rounds of boat pose. We did these yesterday for boat pose. You have a lot of options. You can keep your toes on the ground. You can keep your toes on the ground and hands behind your thighs. You can also lift your shins up in line with the ground, or extend your arms and legs. Wherever you're at, just keep your heart lifted up toward the ceiling. It's okay to shake in this pose. Shaking is good in this pose, so it's totally fine. I still shake in this pose. All right, so everyone lift up. We'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, cross your ankles, take a little break. Roll back onto your sit bones, lift your legs up. You can take the same variation or a different one. Here for 5, just for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross your ankles, lower down. Last one. Lift your legs up. Here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross your ankles. Plant your palms on the ground. Step back to a high plank. Then lower all the way down to your belly. Bring your arms out to an 11 in front of you. So elbows under shoulders, palms out in front. So we'll take Sphinx pose here. So for Sphinx pose, pull your palms toward your elbows on the ground. So this motion of pulling your palms toward your elbows will pull your chest forward and then stretch all through your core and your front line. Just relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Slowly lower back down, press your palms underneath your shoulders. Now you can press all the way up to a high plank, or you can press through a tabletop. We'll meet in downward facing dog. However you want to get there. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, neutralize your spine. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Inhale, chair pose, sit your hips low, reach your arms up, squeeze your thighs together, sit your hips nice and low, sit your hips back a little bit and tuck your tailbone under, take a breath in. Exhale, chair with airplane arms, sweep your arms back behind you and lift your pinkies up, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Now ground down through your right foot, inhale, one-legged mountain, lift your left leg off the ground. You can either reach your arms overhead or hands on your waist. Flex your left toes up toward your face. Take a breath in. Exhale, figure 4. Lift your left ankle over your right thigh and then sit back down into like a chair pose. Keep your palms together at heart center. Flex your left toes toward the wall in front of you. And then press your weight back into your heel, your right heel a little bit. Feel this nice opening through your left hip. Now inhale, one-legged mountain, press back up. Exhale, dancer prep. Draw your left elbow down into your left side. Kick your left heel up into your glute. Grab for the inner arch of your foot. So the inner eye of your elbow faces the left side of your space. You can stay right here with your knees together if you'd like to move into full dancer. On an exhale, begin to hinge your torso forward. Kick as hard as you can into your back hand. Lift your right arm up toward the ceiling. It's okay to wobble. It's okay to fall out of this. This is a difficult balancing posture. On your next inhale, slowly rise all the way back up. Drop your left leg down. Inhale, mountain, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, dive down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Plant your palms, flow through a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, sit your hips low, reach your arms up. Exhale, chair with airplane arms, sweep your arms back, keep your hips nice and low. Now ground down through your left foot this time. Inhale, one-legged mountain, reach your right knee up in line with your right hip and arms, either at your waist or overhead. Pull your left kneecap up, squeeze your left glute, flex your right toes up, take a breath in. Exhale, figure 4. Lift your right ankle over your left thigh, then sit back into a chair position. Feel this opening through your right hip. The The further you sink down into your chair, the deeper this stretch will be in your right hip. Inhale, one-legged mountain, rise back up, right knee in line with your right hip. Exhale, dancer prep on the right. Drop your right elbow into your right side. Kick your right foot back toward your right glute and grab for the inner arch, so the big toe side of your foot. Again, you can stay right here. If you'd like to take it a little further, on an exhale, hinge your torso forward, kick into your back hand, so your back leg lifts up off of the ground. Keep your left arm lifting high up in front of you. Inhale, slowly rise up, drop your right leg down. Mountain pose, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, dive down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, high to low plank, plant your palms, flow through whichever variation you would like. Remember, you can always skip them. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips back. Another deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, come down to a seat. All right. So from here, I was thinking we could work on crow pose again. It's been a while since I've demoed that. So for crow pose, it's an arm balance and an inversion for those of you who don't know or haven't joined us before. So crow pose, I'll kind of demo it. If you don't want to do this, you can sit in child's pose or like do whatever you want. So we'll have a few minutes of like playtime on your own. That's totally cool. If you want to check out crow pose, spread your hands out really, really wide on the ground and then walk them out to about shoulder width or even a little bit wider. From here, lift your hips really high up in the air and then walk your feet in closer to your wrists and then pull your knees up onto your armpits or as high up on your triceps as you can get them. From here, bend your elbows a little bit, shift your weight forward. And this is crow pose right here, really just this feeling like this weight distribution and this little bit of balance right here. So you can keep your feet grounded. You can practice lifting one set of toes, lifting the other set of toes, and just seeing how that moves your balance. Some key things here is to keep your gaze lifted. So keep your chin up. If you look down, you could topple over because then your weight is not properly distributed. If you want to fly your crow, you can work on squeezing your core in really, really tight and then lifting both sets of toes. Pull your toes together. The harder you squeeze your core in, the more your hips are going to lift and the less stress there will be on your triceps. So you can play around with that if you want. Again, if you don't want to, you can sit in child's pose for a couple minutes. We'll do maybe 1 or 2 minutes of just playing around. If there's any other inversions or anything you want to work on, feel free. Nice, now. Lift your chin. Nice. You got it, Fred. Nice, Kate. Happens all the time. You're good. So whenever you're done, we'll meet in child's pose. Feel free to play around really as long as you want. Whenever you're done, you just sit back, take a little rest. Look at you. You're getting so good at that. I'm going to have to teach you some more difficult ones. For your child's pose, take a deep breath in through your nose. Feel your belly rise. Deep breath out your nose. Inhale, rise up to a tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Draw your right knee toward your right wrist. Plant your shin on the ground. Flex your right toes toward the wall in front of you. Options to stay up active in this pigeon here, or this half pigeon. You can also take sleeping pigeon, which is just hinging your torso down to the ground and then grounding your forehead either on your hands or on your mat. With each breath you take, release a little bit more tension from your hips. So allow your body to sink into this stretch. Begin to press weight back into your palms. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg back up to your left. Option to take a counter stretch here. Bend your knee a little bit and open up your hip. Sometimes that feels nice. Now inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon on the left. Draw your left knee toward your left wrist, left ankle toward your right wrist. Plant your shin down on the ground. It's okay if it's not totally parallel with the top of your mat. That's totally fine. Just make sure there's even weight in both of your hips. You're not dumping down to one side or the other. And then option again to take sleeping pigeon. You hinge your torso down, relax your forehead either to your mat or to your hands. Flex your left toes toward the wall in front of you. Ease any tension in your hips. Begin to press weight back up into your palms. And exhale, downward facing dog with your left leg back. Option again to take a counter stretch, bending your left knee, opening up your hip. Now inhale, shift forward to a high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Place your palms by your low set of ribs, elbows up toward the ceiling, and press the tops of your feet down into the ground so much that your knees lift off the ground. Inhale, baby cobra, gently lift your chest up off of the ground. Pinch your shoulder blades together. Little to no weight in your hands. Feel the back line of your body doing the work here. Take a breath in. Exhale, slowly lower down, lower one cheek down to the ground. Extend your arms down by your sides. Feel your heart beating against the ground, focusing on deep breaths in and out. Draw your chin back to center. Kick your heels up toward your glutes, and then grab for the outer edges of your feet or your ankles, whatever feels better here. Pull your knees together as close as you can and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, floor bow. Kick your feet into your hands as hard as you can and lift your chest up off of the ground. It's okay if you don't come up very high. Just squeeze your shoulder blades. Kick a little bit more. Take a breath in. Exhale slowly with control. Lower down. Lower your opposite cheek down to the ground. Arms down by your sides. Take another little mini shavasana here. Return your chin back to center. Press your palms into the ground. Press up to your knees. And then extend your legs long out in front of you. So take a nice tall seat here. Extend your legs out in front of you. Flex your toes up toward the ceiling. Take a breath in. Exhale, seated forward fold. Grab for your feet or your shins or your toes, whatever is accessible a nice little counter stretch to those back bends we just did. Inhale, rise back up. Now we'll take a pose called cow face pose. So for cow face, bend your right leg and kind of reach your right leg out to your left side. And then you can either extend your left leg just like out in front of you, or if you want to go for the full pose, take your left leg, pull it over to the right side. So your knees are kind of stacking on top of one another. This is a nice kind of counter to the hip openers we've done. So from here, once you have the legs, again, you can just sit with your legs out in front of you if you want. You don't have to do the legs. For cow face arms, if your left leg is on top right now, reach your left arm up, drop your left hand down, and then take your right arm behind your back and reach for your fingers. It's okay if they don't touch. Like my fingers can't touch on this side, which is totally fine. Just kind of reach in that direction. Feel this opening in your shoulders and your hips. Sit up nice and tall. Take one more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now release gently from the pose. Take your left leg, unwind it. Now take your left leg on the bottom. If you're choosing to do the legs here, left leg on the bottom, left foot out to the right side, and then take your right leg up and over your left leg. So your right foot is out to your left side, and your knees kind of stack on top of each other as best as they can. So now your right leg's on top, so lift your right arm up. Right hand down your back, take your left hand, reach up toward your fingers. This side might feel different, that's totally normal. Like this side, I can grab my fingers, no problem. The other side, I couldn't, so just know that's totally normal. It's just a difference in shoulder mobility on each side. Sit up nice and tall, keep your sit bones grounded. Take one more breath in, one more breath out. Slowly release your arms and legs. Roll all the way down to your back. Pull your knees in toward your chest and grab for the outer edges of your feet. Pull your knees down toward your side bodies for a happy baby. Stamp the soles of your feet on the ceiling above you. Gently rock from side to side if you choose, massaging your low back. Now draw your knees in toward your chest, wrap your forearms around your shins, roll up into one tiny little ball. So pull your forehead up toward your knees, squeeze everything together as tight as you possibly can. Take a breath in. Exhale, Shavasana, let your arms and legs go long. Let your body take whatever shape feels comfortable here. Doesn't necessarily have to be lying flat on your back. Just allow yourself to feel comfortable, feel rested. Let your body melt into the ground. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax any tension from the muscles in your face. Just allow yourself a few minutes to rest here. You can stay here resting as long as you'd like. If you'd like to be guided out, begin to bring some movement back to your fingers and your toes. Roll out your ankles, roll out your wrists. Take a nice long body stretch. Reach your arms overhead, point your toes. And draw your knees in toward your chest and roll onto whichever side favors you for fetal pose, using your bicep as a pillow. Press yourself up to a tall seat. Just come to a nice comfortable seat, whatever that looks like to you. You can place your hands on your knees, on your lap, at heart center. And a really tall spine. We'll finish with a nice breath. Exhale out any air that's in your lungs at the moment. Now draw in a deep breath in through your nose, filling up your belly and your chest. Now hold your breath in at the top. Open mouth, exhale, let out your air. Lift your thumbs up to your third eye center, the space between your eyebrows on your forehead. The light in me sees and honors the light in all of you. Namaste.
Thanks, Emily.